Welcome to Smart Choices 2025, a practical look at frameworks for decision making. This talk introduces a set of structured patterns and a visual flow that help teams move from messy problems to clear choices. Over the next slides, we'll unpack how frameworks map thought processes, create accountable trails, and provide repeatable approaches you can apply right away. This slide shows how teams adopt frameworks through bite-sized learning and habit formation. The left side highlights just enough guidance, and short workshops that encourage adoption, while the right side shows micro-challenges, space nudges and reflective prompts that build daily habits and gradually upgrade judgment quality. The diagram emphasizes changing behavior with small, consistent practices over time. The 6-step decide cycle gives an auditable path from problem to solution. Define the scope. Establish objectives and criteria. Consider alternatives. Identify best options. Develop a detailed plan. And evaluate results. The visual frames each step and reminds teams to document choices, reduce bias, and meet compliance demands, especially useful in healthcare, finance, and legal settings where traceability matters. Here we look at quantitative tools that make conversations number-driven. Weighted decision matrices let you assign importance to criteria and score options for objective comparison, while decision trees map uncertainties and expected value across scenarios. The slides table and branches show how scoring and probabilistic mapping turn subjective debates into accountable, data-informed decisions. These two contextual frameworks help leaders act with clarity. Cynefin sorts problems into simple, complicated, complex, or chaotic spaces, so teams choose appropriate tactics, while the OODA loop observe, orient, decide, act keeps teams cycling quickly to outpace threats. The paired visuals illustrate when to sensey categorizer respond versus probe sensive respond, and why speed and context both matter. This delivery strategy shows how to move from a chosen framework into everyday practice. Pick one priority framework, split it into 3-minute micro-lessons, and push them through chat, LMS, or email. Each burst asks a trigger question, presents a worked example, and ends with a self-check so participants lock in mental models before the next meeting or decision. Distributed practice strengthens transfer by spacing application and variation. Day 1 teams apply a framework and reflect. Day 2 they test altered cases and compare outcomes, and repeated reinforcement cycles build instinctive use. The graphic highlights how realistic stakes and repeated practice help employees reach for matrices or trees automatically under pressure. This 4-week implementation roadmap takes a pilot to scale. Week 1 selects a pilot group and focus decision. Week 2 delivers daily micro-challenges. Week 3 adds live coaching and data gathering. And Week 4 reviews ROI, celebrates wins, and embeds the approach into SOPs and onboarding. The structured timeline helps systematically embed decision frameworks for lasting performance gains. Frameworks by themselves are just shelves. Micro-learning puts the tools into busy hands. Start small, measure impact, and iterate relentlessly those steps in the process of adaptation. Move structured thinking into habitual practice. The slide shows shelves of frameworks, hands-on micro-learning tools, and a cycle that leads to consistent decision-making and future-proofed careers and organizations.